Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Against the Public for February 10th. Hope everyone was able to cash their Super Bowl tickets, and I know you certainly did if you followed my lead as we crushed both side and total on Sunday, and now on to Monday after a 8-2 Sunday. Another great weekend. Congratulations to everyone. Hope everyone has a ton of money in their pocket and are very happy with joining me this past weekend. Let's check in on our all access numbers as we head into a brand new week. As I mentioned, an 8-2 Sunday that brings our 7-day total to 1,644 units on the back of 65% winners. That's number one overall at Pickdawgz.com. Over the last 30 days, more of the same. Customers have hit 60% winners, 4,866 units won. That's number one at Pickdawgz.com. We just continue to dominate books, guys. I mean, there's no other way to say it. There's no other fancy way to say it. We are crushing books. Every play is documented at Pickdawgz.com for better or worse, and everybody who has been with me for the last 3 months or so, you should be doing pretty well right now. So thank you to everybody that has been with me the entire time. I'm Dana Lane. Thanks for joining me. Before we get to your free selection, let's just take a look at how Monday's All Access card is shaping up. There are some little subtle changes. We don't have a giant Monday college basketball card. We just have 5 games, and we're going to start things off with North Carolina A&T and Campbell. That will tip off at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 5 o'clock Pacific. Another successful Sunday. College basketball customers are now 49-26, 65% winners, plus 2,356 units won. And if you're just betting totals in college basketball, I mean, what an incredible run. 51-24, 68% winners, 2,356 units won. Over the last 30 days in college hoops, overall, 59% winners, 1,434 units won. Over the last 90 days, 56% winners, 2,702 units won. And this entire season, 57% winners, 3,126 units of profit. Needless to say, we are torching college basketball odds makers. NBA offers up a nice 9-game schedule, and we're going to start things off with Minnesota in Cleveland. 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 4 o'clock Pacific. We'll have all 3 games on your All Access, or we'll have 3 games on your All Access pass. Another profitable Sunday. Customers are now 15-6 over the last 7 days. Number one at Pick Dawgz. Last 30 days, 1,657 units of profit, 61% winners. Also number one at Pick Dawgz. No NHL games tomorrow. Of course, the Four Nations tournament is coming up, but we will cover this tournament while Canada play between Canada and Sweden. The United States and Finland will be coming up, so we will cover that. The NHL will not be back until the 22nd of February, so there is a lengthy layoff for the NHL, but we will cover this Four Nations tournament, and a lot of the apps offer betting on it, so we want to make sure we cover it as well. And of course, everybody on these teams, so it's not that big of a deal to handicap this international tournament. And it's also time to turn our full attention to basketball, our full attention to baseball. And basketball has been terrific, and we expect nothing less from baseball. If you are thinking about becoming an all-access member, or you're becoming a baseball only customer, I do have my early bird special up on the website right now, so you can take advantage of that. Pitchers and catchers, some Dodgers and the Cubs. I think the Cubs reported today, so it's time, guys. Baseball is here. Dodgers and Cubs will start the season off in Tokyo, and they'll start off early, which is why they're getting to camp early. But by the end of this week, everybody will be in camp. It's baseball time. It's go time. So jump on that all-access pass or that season pass for Major League Baseball. Of course, if you get the all-access pass, you'll get the Major League Baseball season as well. All plays, all records, always documented at Pickdawgz.com. So that adds up to a 6-game schedule for All Access members on Monday. Some pretty good reasons why you should become an All Access member if you haven't so far. Of course, we do have something for everyone, but my most popular package by far is my All Access Pass over the next 365 days. It's obviously the annual All Access Pass $4.11 a day gives you every play that I release for one low price. And I know a ton of you got money out there right now. So invest in your future. Let's just sit back and relax. Let's roll the sleeves up. Let's get to work over the next year because there's a lot of winning to be had. Okay, for our free play, we're going to turn our attention to the NBA. Let's head to rotation number 553, 554. New Orleans Pelicans taking on the OKC Thunder. Thunder 15.5-point favorite. 235.5 is the total. New Orleans 12-40 straight up this season. 21-30 ATS. 29-22-1 to the over. The Pelicans have lost 8 straight games after that 5-point loss to the Sacramento Kings as an 8-point dog. They're 2-5-1 ATS during their losing streak, and 4 of the last 5 games have cashed overs. OKC, well, they just continue to roll on. 42-9 straight up. 33-15-3 ATS, 26-23-2 to the over. The Thunder have won 5 straight games and 31 of 36. They've covered 4 of 5 after that 4-game ATS losing streak. The over is 12-3-1 after taking out Memphis the other night, 125-112. They were a small favorite in that game. So they are rolling as far as betting them to go over. They are rolling as far as betting them in general. But is 15.5 points just a little bit too much? It is for me. And this number opened up at 14. It got bet up quickly to 15.5. And if I were you, I'd sit back and wait to see where this number is going to fall. And the public is going to be on OKC, and for every reason I just mentioned. But 70% of the money is now on the spread. 70% of the money is on the spread. 66% of the tickets is on OK. 70% of the money is on OKC. 60% of the tickets is on OKC. So the point about that is just wait a little bit. Maybe you're going to get a better number. You're certainly not going to get a worse number. But if we can get this thing up to like 16, I'll take that all day long. I don't care. Even in a mismatch, I think you have a Thunder team that's coming off a massive game against Memphis. They have games against Miami and Minnesota coming up. And this looks like a classic look-ahead spot. But I wanted to take this number, and I wanted to analyze it just a little bit more. And really my selection in this really has nothing to do with either of these teams, except at the end I'll explain why I like one over the other. But if we examine this number, and we'll use 12 as our opening barometer, teams that are favored by 12 points or more are 45-49, 48% winners, minus 7.97 units this season. If we include last season, teams are just 117-129 ATS, minus 21.05 units. So it's not so clear cut when you have a big number like this that the favorite is going to cover every single time. In fact, they cover less than half the time. If we bring this out a little bit for a wider scope on this game, and we apply tomorrow's number a little bit more, teams that are favored by 15 points or more since 2014 are 133-141 ATS, minus 17.33 units. And then when getting more than 60% of the money, in addition to being that big of a favorite, home teams are 25-28 ATS, minus 4.90 units. So there's no doubt when you look at these two teams that the Pelicans are the lesser of the two. But I think New Orleans is going to keep this game close. And I think they're going to do it from the free throw line, because if there's one advantage that they have versus maybe a disadvantage for the OKC Thunder, is the Thunder send their opponents to the free throw line quite a bit, and New Orleans is a pretty good free throw shooting team and a pretty good getting to the line themselves. So I think there's a bunch of free points to be had there, and when we're talking about a number this big, you can almost add a few more points onto this because of the free throw factor. In fact, New Orleans gets to the line 22 times a game, which is well above average in the NBA, while the Thunder allow 25 free throw attempts per game. That's 28th in the NBA. So I think they have a small advantage there. We'll add a few more points because of that onto the 15 or wherever it lands, and I'm just going to cross my fingers and close my eyes, and I'm going to take New Orleans plus the 15.5, and I think probably it's going to be 16 by game time. So make sure you do shop for that. So that's your free play for Monday, New Orleans plus 15.5. Please go to pickdawgz.com where every individual play, every discounted long-term pass is locked and loaded as we speak. In addition, you can get that all-access pass for the next 365 days for just $4.11 a day. I can't thank you enough for joining me. I hope everyone had a successful and happy Super Bowl Sunday. I know there's a lot of people that are pretty happy right now. So congratulations to you for Against the Public on Dana Lane. All the best to you and your wagers on Monday.